Welcome to my stream. Just try to join the moderation before we begin the live stream. Shortly bear with me. But you see.
2.5 badges. Thanks.
I have poisoned him and he is for sure sleeping. Come on, why I can't join the moderation? What is now going on with this? So now we can.
2.5 badges. Thanks.
Yeah, now we can go on. You see, he is completely poisoned. Now we can go on. You see, he is completely poisoned. Yeah, I poisoned him in my previous video. Wait a moment. Okay, sorry. I poisoned him in my previous video. So, yeah, this dude is now completely useless.
2.5 badges. Thanks.
Take whatever I want from the tavern. For example, the complete meat. The nuts that I have sold. Gorgeous. Alright. Wait a moment, I just put this into my horse. And let's move on.
Who's this that chance has brought my way? I'm Peter, but everyone calls me Hornet.
I'm Henry, Scallis.
Forgive me, but you don't look much like a nobleman.
That I am not.
It's just when you say of Skalitz, it has a noble ring to it.
Well, it's just my way of saying I'm not from these parts. Besides, my name doesn't hold a candle to yours, Hornet. How did you come by such a moniker?
After a fight, my opponents say the blows I give them are right stingers. Want to see for yourself?
Okay, this dude talked with us in my poison video that I uploaded recently. Yeah, it's in the Kingdom Come Deliverance playlist and in the hardcore playlist. Anyways, I think, yeah, we can fight with him. But we ask now first if this is the only thing that he is using to gain money.
You roam the world challenging random passers-by to duels.
Exactly.
Is that how you make a living?
Ah, no, not like that. I move from village to village, and people pay me for whatever they happen to need. Sometimes I'm asked to lug some stuff. Other times I guard a caravan. Occasionally I get to intimidate wretches who refuse to pay their debts, as long as I'm getting paid.
You enjoy scaring people in debt, huh?
Haha, that doesn't come into it. I've nothing against them. I get paid to deliver this and that from so-and-so. After that, it's none of my concern.
A mountain of muscle for sale.
Exactly. And there's no harm in pitting your fighting skills against someone now and then on the road, especially when money's involved. So, what do you say?
I say let's fight.
Let's do it.
Exactly. Now you're talking. What are we fighting for?
For sure we fight for Groschen. Ach, and by the way, me lords and me ladies, welcome to SpelareTV and Rodents on Road.
For money.
You're on.
That's my wager.
Ha! I can't wait to win.
Damn it! Be careful with that weapon!
Bad luck!
Who's that madman?
Wanker!
You're good.
Just a matter of the right moves and stamina. We can have another round if you're up for it.
No, I think I'm fine. Damn. He was now strong against me. I hope now that we can find here a bed to sleep shortly. Ah, this would be the best idea. We get into the bed from the poisoned dude.
You won't freeze inside a chimney.
He is completely knocked from the soup. But somehow only he. The girl isn't influenced by this poison. Anyways, it's time to go now to Lord Capon. Or first for some sleep at Castle Trotsky and then to Lord Capon. Because we want to ride together to Castle Nebakov. Lord van Berghoff is sending us into this direction. By the way, if you are already watching, then don't hold your comments as a hostage. You can, yeah, comment whatever you like.
Whoa! Do I know you?
I don't want to interrupt this.
Quick!
Yeah, at least let's don't forget that I am playing in hardcore mode.
Whoa, whoa!
You silly doggy. People walk here too, you know.
Okay, we will talk later to him.
Christ almighty.
Christ, what a day.
Okay. Now after the waiting, let's sleep again, and then we can continue.
Good day to you. Greetings to you, friend.
Yeah, I can show you the dude from the DLC. Is now always here at the castle. Bless you. I love this castle infrastructure.
God bless.
Okay, so this is the painting room where normally the painter is. Or how was his name? Wojciech? Ah, there he is. For real? He's just closing the door in front of us.
My word. This is a nice workshop. I've never seen one quite like it.
It's very modest. But if you're interested in the craft, feel free to look around. Just be careful not to get paint on yourself, or tread on a cat's tail.
You have cats here?
I'd say it's more like the cats here have me. They've been living in the loft since long before I got here. But I've got 3 of my own at home in Kuttenberg, Adela, Agnes, and Daniela.
I've got the stuff they stole from you.
You must have been sent by God himself. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Tell me, how did things end with those 2? Did you settle things peacefully?
Yes. Both of them are alive and well.
I'm glad to hear that. Thanks again for your help. And don't think I'm going to express my gratitude only in words. I promised you a reward, and you'll get it. Here, take these dice of mine. They've brought me nothing but trouble. And to be honest, I wanted them back just so I could give them to you. And not just them. You know what? I'll paint something on your shield. Judging by the look of you, that could be a very useful reward.
What do you mean?
You may have the face of a village lad, but you're a warrior. Even my painted skull can see that. And it's got no eyes.
We can say now that we expected better gift from him. Just thanks. Or you have the thinking that you know a lot about me. I think this is fixing.
It feels like you know me a little too well.
It's just your imagination. I only know what others have told me about you.
Like who?
Does it matter? Instead, tell me what you think of my idea for the shield. It's a good reward, right?
That's a really nice reward. Thank you.
If you want, we can get started right away. What do you say?
My lord? I need my shoe. Certainly.
Okay, so we have here now different answers. Yeah, we can ask him a lot about this painting from the shields. and other stuff. But this is honestly not today's topic. I have already made a live stream about the DLC, and there will be another one for sure as well. Yeah, we can ask him now in what we can help, probably to get this shield. How is it looking with the coloring of the shield? How much he is earning? Yeah, why he is painting for the people here in Trotsky. This would be a interesting question, and then we move on to Nebakov.
Why are you painting here in Trotsky, of all places?
Because I can. An artist goes where the work is. They don't get to choose. One day you're decorating a cathedral, the next you're illustrating letters.
I thought monks in monasteries did that kind of work.
And you'd be right. Well, mostly. A monk will illustrate a book for you, but nobles and clerks are more interested in letters and contracts. Every year they have stacks of them written, and they all have to be nicely decorated.
All right. And I noticed it, another viewer joined it. By the way, I'm welcoming you. And what you have missed, I was talking at the beginning, yeah, about the dude that I have poisoned it in my previous video.
God be with you.
Did you do what I
And
asked
yeah,
you to?
he is extremely
Yes,
sleeping, so we
everything.
could rob the
Everything.
complete tavern.
You didn't forget anything? I don't think so, sir. I tried my best.
Yeah, but now we are going to Lord Capon. A rodent. Alright, let's go.
Why? Greetings to you.
Greetings. What brings you here so early in the morning?
I'm here for some horse tack. I hear you have something for me.
Christ, what kind of mess is this again? I've got the tack ready, but I've been ordered to show you our herring first. You can take him, they said. So kindly take a look at him in the stable here and tell me if you want him or not. Take care, and consider taking a bath, eh?
Priest, how could I have forgotten about him? Maybe because I don't think he'll...
I took a look at herring.
And?
A nice animal, but I'll keep my own.
Never mind looking a gift horse in the mouth, you flat out refuse to accept one. You're lost though, pal. But just having your own horse won't make a horseman of you.
Ah, don't worry. I'm right at home with horses. I learned to ride with cumans on my tail, and arrows whistling past my head. A tough school it was.
Well, I'll be damned. I never heard such a thing before. But even an experienced horseman like you needs equipment, as you well know. You can tack him up yourself, right?
Sure. Thanks.
Take care.
Equipment is always good, but pebbles is for sure enough.
Good day. Good day.
Now the dude overloaded me. Here I have to switch this stuff only to my horse. Then we put it on and we look where Lord Capon is lurking around. Yeah, looks better now. I see the D, probably there.
Come on. Well, shall we set off for Nebakov? I don't think I could tolerate another day under one roof with that idiot Schumberg.
Aye. Whenever I see him, I feel like giving him a smack in the mouth as well.
Or 5, which reminds me. Look, I know I behaved like an idiot, but...
Happens to the best of us. But you can rely on me. Always. We had a disagreement, that's all. Who doesn't sometimes? You're the closest friend I have left.
Thank you, Henry. I really appreciate it. I'm glad to have you as my page. You know, Hanush assigned you to me as a kind of punishment, but now I wouldn't want anyone else by my side. You have my word as a nobleman.
And you have my word as a blacksmith that I'll stand by you. Even if it isn't always easy going.
Then your word must be as firm as steel. But I take my promises seriously too. And since I made a promise to Bajena, we have to repay our debt.
Don't worry about it. I took care of it on behalf of both of us.
You did? My word, Henry. You are a true Bellator. Only half by birth, but your heart is filled with blue blood.
Thanks, Hans.
How is she getting on, actually? I hope she hasn't had any trouble on account of us.
Not on account of us, no. But Pavlena hasn't turned up for a long time. So she's worried.
We ought to help her. As soon as we get back from Nebakov. It's high time we set out so we can get back before nightfall. Carpe diem.
I'm ready.
Let's mount up then.
Stop that whistling. You're behaving like a child.
It's nice to be out under the open sky. I was feeling really cramped in those gloomy corridors. But I can't deny this is a real fucking castle. Never seen anything like it before. Perkstein is just a little fortress in comparison. Von Berghoff certainly knows how to make an impression.
That's true. Von Berghoff must be loaded.
I expect the office of the Royal Chamberlain is a nice earner. Or maybe he shits gold ingots. Fuck. This place makes me feel queasy. Memento mori. I could have croaked here and gone off to join my old man in eternity. God rest his soul. Then he'd ask me, "So, son, what great deeds have you achieved in life?" And I'd have to tell him, "Well, Pa, I fucked everything up royally, and then they hanged me for poaching." Christ on a stick. I can't have that. When I go to the next life, I need to have something better to tell. A whole lot better.
You could tell him about me. How I served you loyally, for which you made me a knight and gave me a magnificent castle. Almost like this one here.
Aye, right, a fairy tale about a bold but uppity blacksmith. Just what Pa would like to hear.
Yeah, previous levels is really a fancy castle. I have it in my videos as well.
Damn it. I need to get my mind on other things and get the feeling I'm living. Let's really spur these horses on, eh? What'd you say?
How could I refuse you anything?
There's a junction beyond Truskovitz with a roadside chapel. Whoever reaches it first wins. So, get ready, forward! Give it all you've got! Go! Show what you're made of!
quick! Whoa!
Next time I have to remember that I have to ride to the Wayside Shrine here.
Christ, yeah. Oh, I needed that. My head feels a lot clearer now.
I'm glad to hear it.
Thanks for riding with me, old pal.
Think nothing of it. But watch out next time. I won't hold back.
You never give up. That's what I like most about you.
So, what now, Hans?
Like I say, I can see everything clearer now. And the thing that's clearest to me is I won't be trifled with anymore. I'm the Lord of fucking Perkstein. Let everyone know who they have the honor of addressing.
I'm with you on that, noble sir.
Splendid. So, forward to Nebakov. The sooner we get that out of the way, the sooner we can finally start dealing with more important matters. Dentes fortuna, juvat!
Audentes Fortuna!
We turn right here.
I'm glad you feel better.
So am I, my friend. So am I. We still have lots to do before we go back to Ratai. And I was afraid, you know, that I'd fuck it up. And I almost did, but I'm not afraid anymore. Now I see it as an opportunity and a challenge. Any old fool can manage simple tasks, but hard ones, they require a man like Sir Hans Capon of Leipa and Perkstein.
And Henry of Skalitz.
Aye, he faces the hardest tasks of all.
Your knowledge of these parts is impressive.
Don't worry. I spent some time in the local forest, so I know my way around. Soon the path will turn sharply and head down a steep hill. So be careful your horse doesn't stumble. And by the way, there won't be time for it now, but near Nebakov there's this nice marsh where wild boar go to wallow. A good spot. Tried and tested.
Have you forgotten your last encounter with a boar?
Don't be so discouraging. I've learned a thing or two since then, and I won't let any swine catch me off guard.
This nature here reminds me about my waterfall video. I mean the one at Bestwick. You will find it if you just search for SpelareTV Bestwick.
Whoa! Not far now. The fortress stands on a rocky outcrop. We'll have to go round. So we should be careful. Our mission will be taking us around a pond, and we know what happened last time. So get ready. As soon as we cross the stream, we'll give the horses a gallop again.
shouldn't leave Capon on his own. Whoa!
Turn left here!
We found Castle
Nice
Nebakov.
fortress. I like the way it's concealed. Nicely situated on an outcrop, with a mighty tower and only one approach road. Easy to defend, with a view of the whole valley and its approaches. A well-chosen site.
Are you an expert on fortress construction?
You could say that. It's part of a nobleman's and a warrior's upbringing. Hanush forced me to listen to those teachings from Bernard and others, and I'm glad he did. When I think about it, unquestionably learning feeds a man's soul, but right now my belly needs feeding. It's well stocked. Von Bergov's morning feast set a high bar, after all.
Hearing you spout wisdom is entertaining, but not enough to make me forget my ass is sore. It's a good thing we're almost there.
Sacre, Henry, a short ride like this and you've had enough? I was just thinking about heading off to see the world once we've sent Sigismund packing and restored order in the land. I'd like to visit the Holy Land, for instance, and kneel before the Holy Sepulchre. I'd bring back earth from Golgotha for the family tomb, to improve Father's prospects in the hereafter. Whew. So you'd better toughen up that arse of yours, so you can make it to Constantinople at least, without whining.
Sounds almost like my plans with Slovakia.
My, what a beautiful horse.
Can you see what I see? Fuck. What a lot of horses. They must have cost a fortune. Perhaps he married off his daughter well. Or von Bergov is paying Nebakov a tidy annuity, but kept it quiet from us.
So, we're here. What now, Sir Hans?
Now, I expect someone will come to greet us. And hopefully not like they did in Trotsky.
Hey, so Yaromir don't receive visitors. You'll have to leave.
I beg your pardon. See to it that he receives me immediately.
Can't be done. Sorry about that.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Lipa, and I am here with a message from Lord von Bergov. So get to it. And if you keep me waiting here much longer, you'll be sorry.
Please be patient for a while, sir.
My word. You got a sharp tongue sometimes. But what if he won't receive us?
He will. Just wait and see.
Come along. Sir Yaromir will be here any moment.
See?
The Lord Jesus Christ be praised.
Forever and ever.
Please excuse our precautions, gentlemen. These are evil times. Well then, Yaromir of Nebakov, at your service. And whom do I have the honor of welcoming to my humble seat?
Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. I am honored, Sir Yaromir. Sir Otto von Bergov asked me to convey to you his cordial greetings, and to parley with you in the matter of the security of this domain.
Certainly, certainly. These are troubled times indeed. Please accept my hospitality, sir. You're surely thirsty after your journey, and you'll have greater comfort in the tower.
An excellent idea. If I may ask that our horses may not be neglected either.
Pelzel, you heard his lordship.
But I've already got 15 animals to deal with. Why doesn't Hurtle do it?
Hurtle has other duties. Stop griping and get to it.
15 horses? My word, sir. You must be doing all right for yourself.
Not entirely. But fortune smiled on me for once at least.
On me too, one could say. I suppose she's doing the rounds in these parts. So, Tell me, sir, how did you achieve what you have?
Well, it's a long, complicated story. But I'm guessing von Berkhoff didn't send you here to find out how well off I am. Or did he?
No, he didn't. I apologize, Sir Jaromir. So, let's proceed to the real reason he sent us. Henry, be prepared. I won't keep Sir Jaromir very long.
Certainly.
Michael, you take Henry here under your wing and make sure he's well taken care of.
Certainly. Henry, eh? Michael's my name, and I welcome you to our little place. It's not the fanciest fortress ever, but you know, I like it here. It serves us well. How was your journey? All good?
The journey was all right, but monotonous. I'm rattled from riding, and my ass hurts.
Well, I'm sure you're glad to be at the end of your ride, eh? You'll get some rest here. I'll see to that. But I must say, my throat is dry. And maybe yours too, eh? Come along with me. We'll soon fix that. I'll make you feel at home and we can have a chat. As I said, the fortress may be small, but the work never stops. Right now, we're repairing the fortifications down there, so don't get under the lad's feet. But you can drop in on Pelzel and check how he's looking after your horses. We're rolling some dice, eh? We've got none of guesswork, so don't all be shy. Invite him to play if he finds himself at a loose end. At least he'll show you how your betters play.
Right you are, Michael. You can rely on me.
And you, Ertl, have you got shit for brains? You've got a guess, for fuck's sake.
I'm sorry, Michael. I didn't know.
Shut your gob and attend to your duties.
Right, I'm going.
So you've heard then. I hope you won't disappoint Sverk and pass some time with him.
I'd love to have a game.
Glad to hear it. You're a good lad. I can tell just by looking at you. Zwerk has some polished badges. I'm sure he'd love to take a look at yours. You'll find him over there at the table. He's there pretty much all day. I'll keep telling him. Your arse will wear a hole down the ale one day, and you'll fall down in it. Dice and all. But now to the important business. There's a bite to eat on the table and something to wash it down with, so help yourself. And I'll be happy to chew the fat. I'm sure you've got loads of stories.
I think we start to talk with him and then we go on with the other stuff.
Henry, a word with you. I heard Lord von Berghoff himself sent you. So, what has he sent you with?
That's for their lordships to know. Not me.
Aye. No one tells us commoners anything. Typical lords. But you must have heard something. You know how it goes. You've got ears, ain't you?
Well, if you ask me, von Berghoff wants to strike at the bandits. So he's putting an army together.
Now you're talking. It's about time. They've been causing trouble around these parts as well. How many men does Lord von Berghoff have?
It seemed to me he has plenty. Several dozen men. Well equipped.
Well, that sounds like a force to be reckoned with. Good news. I bet my left nut Lord Jaromir will send me. Tell me one thing, though. Because I can't wrap my head around it. Why didn't von Berghoff send one of his own instead of some Lord of Pirkstein and his escort?
Well, I suppose he wanted to show respect to Lord Jaromir. So he didn't send just anyone.
Ah, the way of the nobles. Not something I know much about, but you do, it seems. So your master, Lord Capon of Pirkstein, is somehow significant.
One day he'll inherit several castles and a lot of wealth.
Well, best stick with him until that happens. And you're his what? Yeah, page, servant?
His escort. I give advice when he asks for it. But mostly I take care of his security.
Fair enough. I get it. I used to travel with Lord Yeremir, but he barely travels these days, so I don't get out much.
Lord Capon is always getting up to something.
Well, I envy you a bit. But hey, we've had a nice chat. And since you're here, what would you say to a bit of a friendly duel? You've got time to kill, and me too. Let's do something to shorten it. We can do something dignified. We'll clash arms for the glory of our masters. You for yours, me for mine.
I accept your offer. I'd fight for Lord Capon any time and any place.
Then you're the right man in the right place. Get your kit ready, and we can get stuck in.
Okay, luckily we can fight with him at the end. I think first we do the other stuff here.
I've got this pretty pilgrim's badge. You ate chicken.
You came with that Lord of Lipa, didn't you? Won't you even tell me your name?
Henry. Lord Capon's retainer. We're on a mission from Lord Bombergov.
Oh, I'm Clara. Nice to meet you, Sir Knight.
I'm not a knight, actually.
Oh, how come? You look like one.
Knights are a separate class. Not every noble with a sword is a knight, you know.
Please, explain it to me then.
Knight is the title of part of the lower nobility, but that doesn't mean that they're genuine dubbed knights. To be dubbed a knight, take the oath and so on, you first have to serve as a page for some time. And then you perform some great feat, like heroism in battle, and only then are you rewarded with knighthood.
My word, I had no idea it was that complicated. I'd love to hear more, but I have to go and get some more herbs. I'm running low. Would you like to come with me and maybe tell me something about yourself?
I will be only too happy to escort such a comely maid.
Comely? You'll make me blush. Come on then, let's go. If I don't get back soon, the sick will start to treat themselves with schnapps, and that wouldn't do. Shall we go? Our little fortress doesn't impress you much, I suppose. You must be used to real castles. Actually, that's why I'm so pleased you're here. A bit of excitement at last. Tell me more about knights, or better still, about yourself. Where have you been? What have you seen?
All right then. Some time ago, my native region, far from here, was plagued by a gang of bandits. I tracked them, and it wasn't easy, until I found their secret stronghold in an abandoned village.
This village is our DLC village.
My lord's retinue, me included, went at them. There was a terrible battle. Our enemies were humans, and they fought like demons. A lot of blood was shed. But we were victorious.
You really aren't any run-of-the-mill man-at-arms. At least I have nothing to fear when I'm with you. Tell me more, please.
Once, I was on the trail of this scoundrel, but the sly fox hid in the cloisters of Sasau Monastery. So I had to become a novice to track him down.
Good heavens! So you're actually a monk?
No. I entered the monastery under a false name, but I haven't really looked into how the whole thing works.
Better have fun while you can then, before the abbot drags you back in, so you don't have any regrets. Thank you for telling me your stories. It's nothing like my life. I just patch up the lads when they come back cut up and bruised, like last time. But I have other talents too.
Honestly, the monastery is our next target. At least on my travel list, it's completely on the bucket list.
This really is a lovely spot. If it was up to me, I'd just lie down in the grass and take it easy. But I can't.
Why not?
I have to gather herbs to treat the wounded. When the ointments and concoctions run out, they reach for the liquor, and if his lordship found out I was dawdling, he'd have my guts for garters.
Does Sir Yaramir treat you badly?
Not at all. He's a good master, but strict, I can't lie. Still, now you're here, you can help me with those herbs. Then maybe we'll find a moment.
For dawdling? I can.
Maybe I'll tell you some stories in return.
I know quite a bit about herbs, I think. So just tell me what's wrong with your lads, and I'll come up with a remedy.
Really? So tell me how to treat fever, say, or shortness of breath.
In that case, you'll need sage and chamomile, maybe some poppy or marigold, am I right?
Aye, exactly right. I've got enough chamomile. It's the rest I need. Above all, the marigold. Since you know all about it, you'll be back in a jiffy, won't you? It all grows in the glade here, but sometimes it takes a while to find.
I think I'll manage.
The best about this, except for the poppy, everything is eatable for my rodents, or I mean for my degus. They are completely plant eaters. So we found already the poppy. I think the other one was salvia. This is almost full. Yeah, poppy is now full. Yeah, this will go quickly. This one.
Here, Mutt! Ow! That's what comes from bending badly.
Yeah, we shouldn't forget that we are in hardcore mode. But one plant is this one.
Ow! That's what comes from bending badly. Ah! My back! I've got everything.
Wonderful. Thanks a lot. You've really helped me out.
You promised you'd tell me something.
I will. Don't worry. But first I want to show you something. Hurry.
Okay, if you have kids, this is now not the best time for them.
Now tell me what's so important that you couldn't tell me back there in the glade.
I wanted to give you a riddle.
A riddle? Why?
You'll know soon enough. Now listen. I bloom in silence, a petal's grace, a delicate charm in a hidden place, a whispered scent, a subtle ploy. What am I, elusive and coy? solve this riddle, unlock the joy.
Okay, this is a little bit tricky, but I think the first answer was the correct one.
The only petal I see here is called Clara.
The right answer. And now for your reward. I hope they didn't hear us in the fortress. People wouldn't half talk. If you're as good as that on the battlefield, may God have mercy on your enemies.
I'm not so considerate on the battlefield, because as a true knight, I must do everything I can for a damsel in distress.
You'll soon be a begging knight if you carry on like that.
What do you mean?
Well, I can grind the seeds and the like, but not every damsel in distress knows the recipe.
Should we stay a while longer?
No, up you get. I've got enough herbs and the sick are waiting. Pass me my clothes, please.
Sure. I should get dressed too.
Farewell for now, Henry, and thanks for your help.
So now we had good contact with all of the girls at the wedding. Yeah. Clara here. Oh, was it the right name? Yeah, I think yes. Henry is here. Really a lover boy.
What was it I wanted? What are you doing here?
Hey, sir, got a moment? I'm going into the woods to collect dead wood, if you know what I mean.
What? What are you on about?
Nothing, sir. Just saying I'm off to collect some kindling. I thought you might give me a hand.
Okay, I think I screwed it with him.
Greetings. What do you need?
Lovely horses you have here.
Aye, right beauties, ain't they?
There must be more of them than men in the fortress. That many horses must have cost a fortune.
That's right. Sir Yaramir had a stroke of luck.
What stroke of luck was that?
Look, this is Noble's business. I shouldn't go flapping my lips about it.
So there is something dodgy about it, eh?
Bollocks! It's all above board, especially our horses. Why not do something for your own lord's honour instead of insulting my lord's honour? We sometimes have this little race. You've got a horse, so you can show us your riding skills, eh?
Don't try that on me. My pa was a blacksmith, so I had horseshoes and hooves in my hand before I could walk. And I've met enough horse folk to know you shouldn't trust them further than you can throw them.
What do you mean?
The horses. Where did Lord Nebakov get them?
All right, if you insist. Well, lucky for him, but not so lucky for others. We came across a bunch of them bandits who prey on folk here. We tore into them and hacked them to pieces. A couple of our lads didn't make it. God rest their souls. But we kicked their asses, and we took their horses. They had loads of them. Who knows where they got them, but that's by the by now.
Where did you fight with them?
Not far from the stream that feeds into Nebakov Pond. They were just watering their horses when we charged them.
Good for you.
Too right. It wasn't easy.
I see. Take good care of those horses, then.
I will. And you, sir. Maybe I mentioned it before, but if you're at a loose end, the horses need to stretch their legs a bit. You could help us out. Just a little race around the area. It would do the horses good. And you, too. And if you managed to beat our lad, you wouldn't go away empty-handed.
I'll race.
Thy will be done. The race is from here to Nebakov Mill. That's down the path there and to the right after the little bridge. At the mill, there's this granary in front of the dike, and behind that, a willow tree. You go between the granary and the willow, and then back to the fortress. First one back here wins. You'll be taking on Hurtle. He's our best horseman, so you'll have your work cut out. None of us can beat him, but if you manage to, fuck it. I'll give you one of our finest saddles, whatever the cost.
That's fair. Let's do it.
Great. I'll call Hurtle, and you can get cracking.
What does that Pelzel eat? His breath stinks. Quick!
Okay, the hardest thing is now in hardcore mode that I really have to remember the road that he said.
Yeah! Yeah!
And now back to Nebakov.
This horse.
Whoa! Whoa!
Faster than the wind!
You're right. Great race. Is Hurtle really your best horseman?
He certainly is. But you're a different class altogether, I see. You beat Hurtle, so, like I promised, the saddle is yours.
The pleasure is all mine.
If you're so delighted, race again.
No, this is for sure enough.
Keep your
So
eyes
now-
on the road, you fool!
Yeah, let's go now to play dice. And then the beating, so that we can continue. I think there is some extra stuff to do at the blacksmith, but yeah, I don't want to get into this now.
I've got this pretty pilgrim's bag.
I hear you're a keen dice player.
You heard damn right. All that traveling must have worn you right out. Take the weight off your feet then, and we'll shake and roll while you wait for your lord. I play for high stakes and all. I have some lovely badges too, if you're interested.
I'd like to play dice. Care for a roll or two?
What game would you like to play?
Soldiers, of course.
Let's play. Another game?
Now we have the extra dices from the DLC. Damn, I have now way too much dices. Yeah, I take the devil's dice, then the extra dices, and yeah, a holy dice, and the painted dice.
I'm always glad to see polite
6 are
people like you.
the limit.
God be with you.
Come on then, show us what you can do, unless you're playing for the first time.
Nah, perfectly roll it. At a, what is this? Quadruple 6. Then we have the 5. Perfect.
It's a good thing you don't throw like that all the time. These ones here. My God! Oh, come on!
Yeah, it was worth to check if we get there more points, but this will probably be the limit. I don't want to be, or maybe. Yeah, come on, we can be greedy now. We have 1,200 points more. Okay, but this was the last roll. It was worth it.
Finished. Your turn.
Okay, I just want to make a picture. Yeah, this will be perfectly.
Beautiful.
And we roast him completely.
My God, what a fuck up again!
Yeah, this new dice from the DLC, they are really gorgeous.
You're a pleasure to play against. Do me the honor of another game.
Thought we can drink you some alcohol before we fight with the dude. then we are already, I think, finished it with Nebakov. Ah, here, yeah, we can drink some wine. As it seems, you can poison this. I will follow the instructions from my video that I uploaded, yeah, just today. Where is now the dude?
I'm sorry.
I was just about to go fighting and he is lost.
Who goes there? You're not allowed in here. Everyone else can go to the tavern, and I'm stuck here like a fool. Up for another game?
Ah, there he is.
Let's do it, Michael.
You don't have to ask twice. We've got some blunt old weapons for practice here, so we'll use them. We don't want to hack each other to pieces, do we?
That's sensible.
We'll do it in a little courtyard behind the gate. Tell me what weapon you want, and we'll get cracking.
A mace, or any old bludgeon.
Aye. I'm sure we can find something like that somewhere. Give me a moment. I'll put my gear on. Well then. Ready?
Let's go! Glory to Lord Capon!
Watch out! Michael is one of the best fighters around.
Nebakov! Yeah! Let's see what you're made of. Who von Virgo sent you?
We'll have to repair it,
For Lord Nebak!
Glory to Nebakov!
It's just so nice.
Yeah, I'd say. I haven't had such a good stretch in a long time. The good name of Lord Yaramir has been defended. But you defended Lord Capon's too. You fought well. If you're feeling a bit sore, go and see Clara. She'll be in that house beneath the smithy beyond the gate, I reckon. She'll be happy if you show her where it hurts. I might have said this already, but if you've got nothing on your plate, you can have a game of dice's work. Or try Pelzel in the stables. I'm sure he'd love to show you how we hold races to pass the time. And if you want to train some other battle skills, you can practice archery with Mark. I reckon you'll find him on the gate.
Okay, he just told us, but we have already seen everything. Yeah, this wasn't helpful.
Excuse me.
And yeah, we for sure need more training and fighting.
Greetings. Sir, I watched your duel against Michael. It was amazing. Don't take your defeat to heart. Michael's pretty tough. None of the men here can match him.
Aye. I found out the hard way.
But they usually get battered even worse. You really made him work for his victory, didn't you?
I did my best. And that's why I'm here, in fact. You knocked me about a bit. I was wondering if you'd take a look at my wounds, if you've got a moment.
That's what I'm here for. Show me, so I know if I need to apply ointment, stitches, or the saw.
It surely won't be all that bad.
Don't worry, Sir Knight. You'll live here in one piece.
Yeah,
Well,
now Clara
I've
took
done
care.
what I could. Better now?
Aye. Much better. Thanks a lot.
Look after yourself then. And you know what I said. Don't forget me.
No chance of that.
I apologize.
Now she took care for us, but unfortunately we see everything red again.
Now. It's
Ah, it's getting better. Thank goodness.
I don't want to pry, Michael, but Sir Yaramir said he had some luck with horses. That sounds interesting.
Nothing interesting about it. His lordship's affairs are a long story, and a dull one at that.
Well, if there's one thing Lord Capon taught me, it's that noblemen's affairs are never dull.
If you insist, well, you're in for a disappointment. There's nothing interesting about it. Sir Yaramir had these relatives, and they died, God rest their souls, and his lordship inherited some land, but they couldn't give it to him or something, so they gave him horses instead, to make up the amount owed. See? Complicated and dull, but all above board.
Okay, the other dude said something completely differently.
Hold on. Pelzel told me in the stables that you took them from some bandits you killed.
Pelzel don't know shit. It's like I said.
All right. I won't believe another word Pelzel says.
He's a good fella, but he's better with his hands than his head.
No, you are right. That's nobleman's business for you.
Just so. It was good to see you, my friend.
Up for another game?
Normally, we should now be able to speak again with Lord Capon.
It's a good thing you've come. What? We're all finished here. It's a good thing you've come. We're all finished here. Now back to Trotsky.
I'm sorry.
Time to get back in the saddle. It's getting late, and we have to get back to Trotsky. We'll meet by the horses.
Okay, I was coming in the right time. I think the only thing that was still missing here was the blacksmith. Yeah, I don't want to spoiler here too much. I think there is a different cutscene that you can get then. Ah, I received a new weapon.
Excellent! My favorite retainer and protector just when I need him. The mission is fulfilled. It was a good meeting. In fact, we had a nice long chat. Sir Yaramir is a pleasant fellow, and he promised to send some men to help Lord von Bergov, of course. So we got what we came for. What about you? Did you have fun?
You could put it like that. And I saw some very strange things that make no sense at all. Everything about that fortress is damn fishy.
Really? Like what?
They're not so loud.
The horses, you mean?
I'll tell you everything, but not here.
For Christ's sake. This had better be good. Well, it's time we set off.
I agree.
Way fast travel, first time.
Yo, this place again. Oh, it makes my blood run cold. But it's good we're back safe. What you told me on the way about Nebakov was interesting. And definitely fishy. Good work. We should report it to Lord von Berghoff.
Of course. Let's see him at once.
Welcome back, Sir Hans. Henry?
Greetings, sir.
I'm glad you got back safe and sound. Now let's get down to business. Lord Capon, what news do you bring from Sir Jaromir? How many of his men can I count on?
First of all, Sir Jaromir sends his respectful greetings, sir. And he says he will pray for your good health. He was most troubled by the news about the ambush on your company. He promised 2 armored horsemen and 3 infantry bowmen. Nevertheless, while I was negotiating with him, Henry took a look around the fortress and became somewhat suspicious.
Very suspicious, sir.
I'm listening.
There are lots of horses stabled outside Nebakov. Suspiciously many. More almost than at the Samin stud, I'd say.
That's true. I noticed that as well. Sir Jaromir has a regular army of horses there.
And they can't explain where they got the horses from. Everyone had a different story. And when I asked about it, they got all flustered.
Even Nebak himself, actually. He got quite twitchy when I asked about it.
Well, well. Strange indeed. It seems that something fishy really is going on. It is good that you are so observant, gentlemen. Is that all?
That's all, sir.
Good work, youngster. But we haven't been idle either. We caught one of those bastards who ambushed us.
What? How?
A stroke of luck, more than anything. He's under lock and key down in the dungeons.
And? Did you get anything out of him, sir?
It turns out he's a tough nut to crack. My men haven't yet got a word out of him.
What about torture, sir?
That is just it. The men are superstitious. They say unclean work fits only for an executioner, and it seems we don't have one here. So they just beat him a little. But the bastard certainly knows how to hold his tongue.
Damn!
I thought you might also be interested in what he knows. He's most likely from the same band that attacked you. I don't know what you think about such superstitions, Lord Capon. But if you want to try and get something out of him, I will not hold you back. Make him tell you where his gang hides out, and I will be in your debt. And if someone in the region is helping them, I want to know who.
That's an offer that's hard to resist, Sir Otto. I have a whole list of questions for that scoundrel, and superstitions mean nothing to me.
All the instruments you need are right there. Make him regret the day he took up arms against us.
I'm surprised how tender-hearted your men are. Especially after what that band did to you and your captain. But I haven't forgotten. We'll get it out of him. The hard way, if need be.
I'm glad to hear it. You have already surprised me once or twice. So I'm interested to see if you can do it again. And if not, I shall just hang the bastard. As a warning to the others. Nevertheless, while we are dealing with nuisances, did you notice anything suspicious on my estate while I was away? Something that might put us on the trail of those scoundrels, say.
I'm afraid I can't help you there, sir. While you were away, I spent my time, hunting. And after that, I was a guest in your cellars.
That's true. And you, Henry?
Okay, there was for sure a lot. Yeah, we had the Inquisition. This was the story with the Hermit. Yeah, Crusaders in this case. Something about Samin, but Yeah, this time I will say nothing about Samin. um, yeah, the special bandit that appeared in Samin. This is maybe something that I will say.
There were reprobates at large, but me and Lord Semin took care of it. Their leader was a lesser noble nicknamed Gules. Semin spared his life as a highborn, and in return, Gules agreed to serve him.
Magnanimity towards an enemy is either virtuous or foolish. Time will tell. That Gules and his band. Is there any link with the bandits we are looking for?
I don't think so. His band broke up, and they're hiding in these parts. But I'm on their trail, and I'll deal with them.
Excellent. At least there is one less thing to worry about. Happy hunting! The best way to judge a noble is by those who serve him. And you are reflecting very well on Lord Capon. Now, to more pleasant business. My personal bodyguard, Lord Bartosz, also known as Black Bartosz, came back from Prague with me. An outstanding swordsman, among other things. So if you want to take your mind off things or fancy some training, as my esteemed guest, he will be at your service. You will most likely find him at the sword-fighting arena in the outer fortifications. That is all. Inform me about what you get out of the bandit.
What do you think about it?
Are you talking about the torturing?
What else? Seems to me you were all too willing to do that dirty work.
What was I supposed to do? It was a goodwill gesture. What's more, we finally have a chance to put the screws on someone who at least has some answers. Besides, from what you said, you don't particularly mind dirty work.
I said this to, yeah, be a little bit friendly to Otto. Yeah, I really don't feel good about this.
I don't have a good feeling about it.
Look at it another way. We're doing von Bergov a favor by doing this. You know what that means, right? He'll be indebted to us. And maybe we'll come to terms with him. It's worth a try.
What'll we do? I mean, we're not going to actually torture someone, are we?
Maybe we won't even have to if he sings. But you heard von Bergov. We can't back out now.
I don't even know how to torture properly.
I don't even know how to torture badly. My God. For things like that, nobles have minions.
Only now the minions are...
Us. True. Come on. Let's get it over with as quickly as we can. So, it's up to us again.
Then let's see what we can do here.
Torturing people? What have I gotten myself into?
Good day to you.
Shit.
And the girl was wishing us a good day.
After you, Henry.
New blood? Did the last two get tired?
We're not Trotsky guards.
I don't give a fuck who you are. I still won't tell you anything.
Lord von Bergov thinks otherwise.
Aye? Then all three of you can go and hold hands on your way to hell.
Ha ha! We've got a joker here. Who are you?
Nobody important.
That's for us to judge, if you wouldn't mind.
And who are you, if you're not guards? We asked first. So answer nicely, or...
Or we'll use force.
Do as you like, yellow bellies. You'll end up just like von Bergov. On the gallows. Like all traitors. Ah! Fuck off!
This is going nowhere. You know, my friend here is a blacksmith's son. And he knows well what to do with things like these tongues here.
You won't get anything out of me. Bigger men have tried. So take those tongues and shove them up your arse, you horse and traitor! I'm no traitor. Everyone who's in league with that bastard von Bergov is a traitor.
Shut your mouth! No filthy bandit and murderer is going to lecture us here. Let's do what we came to do. You can see there's no point in fooling around with him. Now you're going to talk, you fucking louse. Understand?
I'm not saying anything. Do as you will.
Where's that band of yours hiding?
Did anyone was playing this already? I don't know in what direction I want to go this time. We can ask where they are hiding. Yeah, we can say that he don't has to play the hero. Yeah, that we don't want to hurt him, but okay, if we have to, then we have to. Or we can bluff a little bit with him and say that we know it already anyways. What would you choose? I have played this already, so yeah, maybe we can try this time a different approach. That is the question. What do we choose? I think this time I try to bluff around with him. If no one else has a different idea. Okay.
You're playing the hero here, but we already know where you rats are holed up.
You don't know shit!
You don't have to say it, because I think I know. And I've known for a long time.
How could you?
Your camp is somewhere underground, isn't it? You crawl out of holes and ambush random wayfarers.
Jesus Christ, Henry!
Yeah, he's right. We live in holes, like dung beetles. I'll never tell you where our band is. Never.
Someone must be in charge of everything. I want to know who.
Fuck off!
Von Bergov is waiting to see what we tell him. So, if you do the right thing, we can put a word in for you.
I don't want any mercy from von Bergov, or from you two either.
Why did you ambush us? Over by Rock Tower Pond.
Fuck! That was you? I knew I saw you somewhere before, and I'm sorry it wasn't for the last time.
You slaughtered a party of messengers, you goddamn monsters! My innocent men!
In war, no one is innocent. All of you on von Bergov's side deserve to die.
But we're not on von Bergov's side. We came to him to negotiate an end to this senseless war. Only your damn band of outlaws put a stop to that.
Ha! A likely story.
There's no point in explaining anything to this numbskull. A firm hand is all he understands.
I'll show you.
You murdered my people, so enjoy this, you sack of shit!
Ah!
You're not worth the effort. Somebody in the region must be helping you.
I'll tell you no more. Nothing. Go and crawl back to your von Bergov.
You must tell me. You'd never figure anything out like this by yourself. Someone is clearly leading you. Who?
Go to hell! I'll tell you nothing.
But you will.
Go to hell, for Christ's sake!
Spit it out. Nice and fast. Otherwise, you'll force me to use this thing. And I don't think you'll like it.
If I... Kurva!
The name, say the name!
Older! Semin!
The groom! That's why he left his own wedding.
Jesus Christ! And what about the others? Once von Bergov finds out...
All hell will break loose! But the people from the fortress are innocent! They know nothing! If you tell him, their blood will be on your hands.
Von Bergov isn't a madman. He'll mete justice out fairly.
My arse!
I think the interrogation is over.
We'll see what Lord von Bergov has to say about it.
Go to hell! And von Bergov too. I pray someone will send you there. Soon.
How do you feel?
Well, I can't say I feel too good about it. But in the end, it wasn't all that horrible. I mean, you had to squeeze him a bit. But I'm glad it didn't go too far.
He told us something, didn't he?
Well, we didn't get much. What's to be done? But what he came out with in the end about that Semin being an ally, I just can't understand it. Why, for God's sake, has Semin turned against von Bergov? It's open rebellion.
Do you think the others in the fortress are in on it too?
I hope they're innocent. But either way, it looks like a terrible mess.
Okay, so the whole torture thing, it seems that you can go really extremely further in it. Or, yeah, you can have success as it seems. This was now the way that I had. Yeah, last time I was really going a little bit further. And then he was speaking anyways. Maybe it's possible to be friendly with him, but yeah, I didn't try it in this approach. Maybe in my third playthrough, we will see. But then I do this alone.
Well, that's exactly why I think we should keep the news about young Semin's involvement to ourselves for now.
I'm not so sure, Henry. Von Bergov trusted in us. Word be tied us if he ever discovers we lied to him. But do what you think is right.
Careful.
Okay, I received a directly lower reputation. Probably because I was torturing.
Good evening, Henry.
God be with you. Greetings to you, friend.
I heard they're going to cut down the old oak at the crossroads.
Oh no. Why? A lovely tree like that. It's a nice place to rest when you're passing by in the summer. The only bit of shade, far and wide.
That's just it. Some noble was resting under it.
When I
Not
saw
for
this
shade,
cloud
but because
in
it
the
was
sky.
pissing down.
All the more reason to leave. The cloud looked just like you.
How did it go?
I went to see him, but he threw me out. And you were surprised. But it was just a simple misunderstanding. Good day to you.
Yeah. On Friday we will probably continue at this place with the DLC. I started already one stream with this. It's a little bit tricky. Yeah, but it's doable. Honestly, this is really a great DLC for the beginning. I bet you will do a little bit more, or much more than this. At least if you compare it with the first Kingdom Come Deliverance, the first DLC was, yeah, just a little bit of questing.
Simply threatened my nephew I'd sign my half of the forest over to the monastery if we couldn't agree on a price. As soon as he heard that, he was meek as a lamb.
That was smart of you. I'd rather cut off my hands than get into a legal dispute with the church.
Alright, but I think we have done now most of the stuff that I wanted to show you today. Or that I want to complete it with you. Or that one I wanted to complete with you today. Like English sometimes.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Yeah, the training stuff I will do
I
alone.
bought a lovely yew bow the other day for a great price.
What good's a bow to you, for God's sake? What a waste of money.
Is there anything that you would like to see here? I think I haven't finished it, for example, the Lion's Crest DLC. But if not, then I would say we finished this already here. Alright. Thanks for watching. I'm wishing an enjoyable week ahead. And yeah. Until the next time, you all. Bye. And again, enjoy the week.